Salutations everyone, I am Super97X, and in the last episode I said I was going to blur out some boobies. I didn't though, because I'm lazy, and now I'm getting messages. Why? Why is this a thing? We'll look at that later. Anyway, I'm going to go shut my door, because last episode was lewd enough, and I don't need my parents seeing that. And I'm back. But yeah, you're going to see some things in the next last episodes that you may enjoy if you were a man of culture. Also, since we're just going to have some fun here. We have Zack himself, or Zack, the guy that I was compared to, Edgy Zack, in this game. So now he's here to now rebel against comments in time instead of going to my comment section and telling me to go fuck myself. So we have that to go for us now. Right?
Boy.
So, we haven't finished this night. Usually what I try to do is go by day, but this episode was getting long and I had to let my dogs out. So, we cut it a bit short. So we're going to go to next bedtime. We gather around a mother of pearl table flecked with bits of coral and chairs and are more comfortable than the wooden ones I've gotten used to at literally every town because it's the same fucking inn except this one. The servers bring us a scoop of ice cream. That's what you're having for... Wait, no, this is nighttime. Well, you didn't have dinner either. I love, like, plotting this. Leanna grins and digs in. I just saw her tittle bitties.
This is delicious.
I am a lucky man because she didn't kill me. So either that she's high or she's just like, you know what? I like this man. He can see my tits. Well, I mean, she didn't know about it, but she wasn't particularly angry about it either. Point is I'm not dead. That's a plus, right, Zack?
Definite. Granted, it'd be one hell of a way to...
Also, hang out with Kara. Kara apparently says that Leanna has quite a crush on us, which I didn't really question because, you know, we've kissed twice now in this game. What?
Out.
Wow, this is delicious.
What kind do you have?
Ooh.
Chocolate.
Okay, so Leanna's a chocolate kind of person. Kara's expression turns wicked.
Looks good. Mind if I try?
Didn't you get ice cream, Kara? Leanna smiles.
Not at all.
She goes to slide over her bowl, but instead Kara moves into the spoon of ice cream that Lena is holding and eats directly from it.
Kara! Yep, you're right. It's delicious.
I love Kara. If she had a dateable route, I would consider it heavily, just because she's such a smartass. I love it. And also, I said I just need to make several emojis of her face because all of her reactions describe feeling so well, like her smug face when she pisses off Zack. I love that face. Zack stares at the scene. Kara seems to feel his stare and she turns to face him.
What's wrong? Want me to lick yours too?
What's wrong? Want me to lick yours too? That is suggestive as frig. You know, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can actually share this with you. I'm just gonna share my screen or window. I'm just gonna do like 480 at 15 frames a second. Because you can read it.
To the later parts of Crystalline.
So can you see everything right? Zack?
Yes, I can.
Can you read it? I'm assuming that's a yes.
Yes.
Zack chokes in his ice cream and his face becomes completely red. That face! I love it. I love this duo here. This is why I could never take this woman away from Zack.
Oh, wait. Never mind. We both got the same flavor.
She grins deviously.
I'm glad we have the same tastes.
Zack's jaw and the floor now best friends. I'm just let me just see, because if I push my computer too hard, it's gonna get like 1 frame a second. I'm at 96%. Well, it pushed up to 96 CPU. So I'm just gonna go back to telling Zack on what the fuck's going on, because I think that's more fun, me trying to explain the situation instead of breaking the recording possibly.
Welcome to the filler episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be hell long, or until I give up. Zack mumbles something incoherent, just making sure that my thing's still going. After we're done with our snack, we all decide to turn for the night and make our way towards the staircase to our bedrooms. Well, why can't you just stay with Leanna in bed? It's not like it's gonna be that bad. No, you gotta stay with Mr. Tucks his pistols into the bed. On our way upstairs, Zack spots a fancy vase.
Hey, Leanna. What's that?
Oh my god, the vase. The vase incident. Leanna looks.
What? You mean that
She suddenly pauses, pink creeps on her cheeks.
Sorry, I didn't catch what you just said. What is that?
She frowns.
It's Two Faces.
It's Two Faces? She's stubborn, I love her for that. Not this again.
Yeah.
Kara and Amelia blink in confusion.
Leanna, is it not clear that the object to which Zack is referring is a vase?
Amelia's great. Leanna is not clear the object to which Zack is referring to is a vase!
I know what I saw.
I love this so much. Zack smirks triumphantly as Leanna crosses her arms and pouts. Kara looks from Zack to Leanna and then shakes her head.
I'm not even going to ask.
I mentioned in the last episode the jiggle physics are great because half the time it looks like fucking Kara's tits are having a rave and I fucking love it. That's for the best. They got a little bit excited. Like if you tab out and tab back in, those fucking things like have a seizure. We hike up the stairs and separate into our rooms. Oh wow, that really nice bedroom they showed a couple of frames back is now the basic ass bedroom we've learned to know. Okay. I glance down. Huh, you want to stay with us, Pongo? The Pongo perks up.
Boy, boy.
I open the door a little wider and he bounces into the room. The wind howls outside and I automatically step closer to the fireplace. There is none because you use the old fucking hotels who don't have one! You mentioned this in the plot! Why draw the bedroom of the nice hotel if you're just gonna use this one? I don't want- it has a bed in the frame! Why? Why? Like, otherwise I could defend it and just say, oh, that's what they've been doing. But you drew the entire bedroom to use the wrong one! Why? Yes, I'm slightly triggered. Didn't Amy see something about slipping hot stones into our beds if we're cold? But Zack has already rolled away from me. His heavy breathing, I can tell he's already asleep. Damn it, Zack. I feel pretty relaxed too. I suppose the thing about hot springs is it helps you relax and get a good night's sleep. Especially when you don't stand a lot in the hot springs and you try to watch women with big, beautiful boobies. But okay. I crawl into my bed where the sheets are smooth and welcoming. The Pongo snuggles up to me under the blankets. My eyelids feel heavy and only in a few minutes I find myself drifting off into a deep sleep. Well, that was an eventful day. I got mixtures of boners and relationship progress. Hashtag my band name. Sunlight blasts through the windows and wakes me up. Bright and early, groan as I say. Sunlight blasts through the windows and wakes me up bright and early. I groan as I sit in bed, rubbing sleep from my eyes. I know that feeling. I squint to the bed next to me. Zack is nowhere in sight. I guess he's an even earlier riser. After I'm dressed, the Pongo leaps onto my shoulder. Good morning! He lets out a little yawn.
Boy, boy.
I like Pongos. I want a plush. It's pretty early, huh? The Pongo nods and dangles against my neck, closing his eyes. I wonder if he's still fat from the other episode.
Boy.
We have a long day of traveling ahead of us. I wonder if everyone else is downstairs. Oh, by the way, again, thanks Zack for making me play this game, because he made me play Ace Academy, which at first I was like, fuck this shit, and then I love the game. And then he's just like, guess what? And I forget, did I buy Crystalline for myself? I think I did, didn't I?
I told you they had a free demo, and you're like, okay, I'll try the demo, then see if I like it. Literally 3 seconds into the demo, you're just like...
And I bought it, yeah. So thanks, Zack, and probably Pixel Fate is going to be a usual thing on this channel, as long as I keep making games. I open the door and step into the hall. As I predicted, I find everyone already waiting for me downstairs. Why the fuck do you sleep in so much? Yeah, I have everything.
Great! Then let's get going.
Must see another big titty god woman that's going to give me more energy. I'm always ready for that. We set off towards the floating aisles. With the bright sun in the sky, I barely feel the chill in the air. It seems like Leanna and the rest of the team are feeling much warmer too. Maybe this is a form of magic from the hot springs warming us from the inside. Either way, I'm not complaining. The walk to the air temple takes a few hours. Lately, I've been getting used to all the traveling. But why is everything so far away from each other? Because they don't have fucking
temple.
What?
Oh, okay. No, continue. Continue. Ignore me.
We made it. Huh? We did?
Yep. Look.
I glance to where Leanna's playing and my mouth drops open. There is 100 floating islands sprawled out across the sky. Hearing Amelia tell me about them was one thing, but actually seeing them in person...
I've never seen anything like it.
Me neither.
And apparently only me and Leanna can go up. Do I hear date night? Woo! Nothing says date like magical floating islands. That's like, what was that equivalent of to like our world? That's the equivalency of like a 5-star spaghetti dinner, right? Is that how that equates? I equate everything in spaghetti dinner. So ladies, if you want to find men to treat you to spaghetti dinner. Even Zack looks impressed. All the aisles of yeah. Zack, you should get a GIF of Zack from this game and just make it your profile picture. All the aisles are of different shapes and sizes, just big enough for maybe a few people to stand on. The wind tosses and glistening grass from side to side. I can make out clusters of different flowers peppering some of the islands. Pale purples and fluffy magentas. Hey Zack, I have a question for you. Zack boy.
What?
So, Pixel Fade had a thing. They said, who is the better bro? Zack Spade or Show?
Show. I mean...
With the brosive. Can you make a compilation from Ace Academy and just make it every time he said brosif in my series? Or me mocking him for saying it?
I will try.
This is how I get compilations. I would make them, but I'm shit tier at things. I like Amelia, but I wouldn't date her in this game because everyone thinks she's like 10 years old and I don't want to go to jail. Oh, where exactly? Amelia points above the aisles up in the clouds.
You and Leanna will find the air temple at the highest
Wait, she
floating
called her
island.
Leanna. Have I been saying it wrong this entire time?
Yeah, it's like pronouncing Anna and Anna. It's the same.
Everyone just reeing and foaming at the mouth. It's a good thing I'm not scared of
We'll
heights.
set up
But,
here
oh.
while
Are you
guys
afraid
go
of
do your
flying
thing.
by magic with a hot, big titty woman? Because I'm not afraid of that
Good
either.
luck.
I like Kara. When you tell your friend not much, they said not much, telling for a bit, and I said I gave up on trying to edit out titties, and then she replies, titties, crying emoji, and I said, yeah, you know how it is. It's okay, she'll understand. She's
Get
gay.
on with it.
Yeah. Leanne, I nod.
Off we go then.
This seems like a very bad idea. Didn't you say these things are like 100 feet in the air? I would shit my pants if I flew up to an island at the speed of magic. Lee and I travel up the slope in silence. After a while, I glance back and feel uneasy when the rest of our party members are no longer in sight. Just like the beginning, you met her first, and then you, like, followed her around like, can we smash? And now we're here. As we continue to travel upwards, I feel my ears pop. Just how high up are we? You said a couple 100 feet, dumbass. We finally reached the pinnacle point of the mountain. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Hello, thumbnail. After the notification of someone playing Rainbow
It
Six.
gets better.
Well, I take thumbnails. Eyes are close and look even more impressive. Dude, is that Stonehenge? Dude, is that Stonehenge? Is that Stonehenge? The closest aisles look deceivingly close, but I know that if I tried to jump, it would, without the boost of magic, I'll never make it. That's pussy talk! A breeze ruffles my hair as I step close to the edge and I look down and down and down. My chest tightens. That is a very long drop. That's why no one lives up here.
We're not going in that direction.
Leanna gives me a reassuring smile. I feel slightly better, but my stomach is still knots. That's me. I am not a fan of heights. It's many of the few things I'm not okay with. If you meet me and you're like, hey, let's go on top of this building, I'm gonna tell you to go fuck yourself.
That's skydiving.
I would do that. I trust a parachute. I trust if I have something to break my fall. Like a parachute. You know what I don't trust on? Going somewhere very fucking high that if you slip, there's just, well, you get to think 5 seconds before your ass eats pavement. No. Like, I want to do free running, but I'm not gonna be those fuckers who free run, like, on the edge of a building. You can go fuck yourself with that shit. Lena sprints past me and effortlessly jumps on high in the air. She lands gracefully onto the platform. Because she's using magic. No matter how many times I watch Leanna use magic to augment physical skills, it never ceases to amaze me just how badass it is.
Your turn. take a running start and jump. I'll boost you over.
As I look at the massive gap between the edge and the first aisle, my knees become shaky and weak. What if I really do fall? Maybe I should figure out another way. No, pussy, you trust Leanna. I believe in Leanna so far, no reason to doubt her now. I close my eyes and recompose myself. This is gonna be quite literally a leap of faith. I step a few paces back, and she just lets my ass fall because I spied on her in the fucking hot springs. This is revenge. Ready?
Yep.
Here goes nothing. I dash towards the edge and jump with all my strength. I feel a powerful gust of wind lift me high into the air. Whoa! With one smooth motion, I make it onto the platform with a breeze softening my landing. My heart is racing.
You okay?
No, I'm dying. That was awesome! Leanna looks surprised and then giggles.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah, let's do it. That can mean many things. We walk across the aisle and position ourselves to jump to the next one.
Alright. You're going to try this next jump with your own magic channel.
Mick, what? You want me to try this with my own magic? Are you fucking high? I can barely lift a boulder, let alone my fat ass. My blood runs cold. Damn right it does. My magic? Leanna nods.
I know you can do it. You just have to use the wind like a springboard and you'll fly right over.
Leanna, I think you're putting way too much into this. You're putting way too much trust into me in this one.
Find the spot that you're going to take off from and conjure a powerful gust of wind.
Oh yeah, I'll just power a gust of wind. I can't. Okay. Well, Zack, this is the time Tom Thompson dies. Everyone you remember all the fun times Tom Thompson had? All those great anime waifus we've dated, Kaori and almost Leanna? Well, this is where his story ends. Leanna speaks encouragingly, trying to calm my nerves.
Don't worry. If it doesn't work, I'll help.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, I'll help, as I plummet my fat ass to the earth like a meteorite. I look at the next aisle.
Just remember what we've practiced. You'll be
I
fine.
practice on boulders, not me! Woman, you're nuts! I nod and prepare a running start. Use the one as a springboard. Right, I can do that. I suck it in a deep breath. To infinity and yonder. You could have said infinity and beyond. I don't think that's is that copyrighted? Probably.
Might
Disney.
be.
Disney, yes. I dash ahead, forcing myself to push past my nerves and focus my mind on my manipulator. You didn't even give it a test run, you dumbass! My stomach drops to my feet as my feet leave the ground. I try to push through my fear and focus on casting. A surge of energy shoots down my arm, and my gauntlet glows. I break my arm in half, just like Midori from My Hero Academia. My legs are now broken. I'm a crippled mess. And the air swirls around me, pushing me forward. I let out a star cry as I fly through the air. I land hard on the next aisle and feel the wind escape me. But at least I made it over on my own. Damn right!
That was excellent.
That was excellent. Secretly, she helped me, and I just feel like it's like when your dad lets go of the bicycle, and you're like, I'm doing it! I'm doing it! And they turn back and realize you're not helping them, and you eat shit. Exactly what this is. Leanna floats into the same aisle and lands gracefully on her feet, a wide smile on her face.
You were able to augment your abilities on the first try. I'm so proud of you.
I may be able to augment those abilities, but are you ready to see what else I can augment? Oh, the music changed. Is this gonna be? Her smile is contagious as I grin back. Thanks.
You ready to keep going?
Oh, I was hoping some more cute shit would happen. I nod, now brimming with confidence. Yeah, it takes one near-death experience to be confident. I should have known. As one, Leanna, I leap over and land on the next island and the next and the next. The first few times I jump, I float shakily in the air, but the more I cast, the easier it becomes. Just like sex or riding a bike. And yes, I just related sex to riding a bike. We hop for miles aisle, keeping pace and making good time. Leanna catches my grin and laughs, springing ahead of me. I smirk. Two can play at that game. I push forward with another surge of magical energy. I push myself too hard, and I fail, and I yeet and smash my face into an aisle.
It's like that, is it?
Uh-oh, she's competitive, I forgot. She wears a determined look, and a roar of wind stirs her overhead. You're on! I leap after her. Wind Temple, remember to... Oh, fuck, there's minigames now. No! No, I liked it when I could just say I won! Okay, I can't save it. Aw. Oh. What? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, it's Simon Says. Oh, fuck! No, I wasn't knowing it! It was Simon Says! Okay, I got that one. Fucking balls! Okay, I got 2 out of 4. Okay, now we're doing well. I won! Suck my dick, Leanna! We leave from platform to platform the whole time, managed to keep pace with Leanna. Oh, I actually now gotta be good at games now. Damn it. I like the beta. Can we go back to beta, please? Her sunny hair whips about with each jump. Her laughter streams across the clouds, bright and delighted. We race forward, and I can't quite seem to pass her. So since I sucked, I won't beat her, but I will stay at her level. Dicks. Anyway, Zach, you should replay this game for all the mini games. I'm not going to do that. We finally soar and slide to a stop on the final platform. Our shoes fling up grass and dirt. I laugh at the sound of breathless and spiky. Wait, I laugh. The sound of breathless and spiky. My lungs burn as I take in gulps of air. While you were using wind, why didn't you try that to put that in your lungs, you dumb fuck? Now that we're finally stopped, I realize how much energy I use. My muscles ripple with exhaustion. I feel like I could collapse and take a nap right here. Do you mind if we take a quick break? She nods.
That's a good idea. You aren't used to such a heavy energy usage in a short amount of time.
Oh, I can show you a large amount of energy usage in a short amount of time. It's called my sex life. It's comfortable and peaceful as Leanna and I sit down.
It's beautiful here.
It is beautiful. Can I, like, a fire gaze? It really is. Can we do some cute shit up here while everyone else is down there with their thumbs up their asses? The clouds look soft as spun sugar. They glide across the blue sky. Dappled sunlight glints off Leanna's white armor. Her hair dances across her face as we watch the sun begin to dip below the clouds.
It's so nice here. It makes me happy.
Happy? Yeah, you know what happy is, right? I know you don't come from this world, but you understand the concept of happy, right?
I don't feel so weighed down here. It's like I'm free.
I blink at her, curious. Free from what?
Everything. It's just, I don't know. The looming responsibility.
Oh, this
of the
is gonna
world
get cute. I can
weighs
feel
me
it.
down sometimes.
A small chuckle puffs out of me. The looming responsibility of the world? Leanna blushes.
I suppose it's not the whole world. It's just there's sometimes
The
so
cute
much
music is coming in!
from the Mage Guild,
Woo!
from guards and places we visit because of the sigil,
She hesitates for a second.
and from my family. It all gets so overwhelming.
She's always so calm, collected, and upbeat. I guess it's hard to remember she's human too when she keeps up such a strong facade. Are you sure she's human? You came into this world. These guys could be aliens. She doesn't talk about her family much, and from the way she hesitated when mentioning them just now, I gather the relationship may be strained. Expectations from your family? She pauses and hugs her knees close to her chest.
Well, in this world, a lot of women my age are already married and have
Well, in this world, a
children.
lot of women my age are already
Something
married.
my family has always wanted for me.
Well, Leanna,
Those things, they aren't bad.
I can help.
But it's not something I want to think about right now.
I mean, if you don't want to think about it, we could just get it over with. You know, I can make a ring out of this stone over here.
I want to explore and see everything. I want to be free.
I'm not understanding. It must have been tough to be it must be tough to constantly have those expectations on your shoulder. Leanna smiles, but doesn't reach her eyes. She shrugs.
Yeah. I love my family, but we definitely have different views on things.
I nod. Yeah, of course. There's a
Ever
pause.
since I joined the Mage Guild, I feel like I can finally breathe. I can look to the horizon and know that I can just go there.
There's another pause.
But all this doesn't matter. I know I'll have to leave the guild one day and fulfill the expectations others have for me. Why even bother doing any of this if it's all so fleeting?
Aww. Sometimes it's better not to think about what's to come. It's better to just enjoy the moment for how it is. That's some advice I should take. Leanna blinks.
Enjoy the moment.
I grin and nod. Yeah, just appreciate things for how they are right now. Leanna looks a little confused but interested. The experiences you have, the memories you make, those are not fleeting. They stay with you forever. They make you who you are as a person. If you get so wrapped up on how you're supposed to live, you forget how to actually live.
I never really thought about it like that.
That's why I told you. I nod reassuringly. Like today, you're free and able to travel, right? We've been hopping around the air. It's been so fun. And I don't know about you, but when I'm soaring through the clouds, I can think of anything except how amazing that moment feels. That's how you should live every day. Leanna tilts her head intrigued.
That's an interesting way to view things. But what about the responsibilities you still have?
What about those responsibilities you have? I don't care about responsibilities or obligations. It's a balance. Me personally, I think I'm gonna say it's a balance. Because I don't shrug off responsibility either, but I don't make it it is a balance.
It is.
Yeah, I do.
It honestly
I have to get good grades at school, or else I won't graduate, and I have to respect and honor my parents. But I also have to respect my own dreams for life. I try to take each day one step at a time. It's good to respect your obligations, but try to push forward with what you want for life. I feel like that's the right option. Leanna looks like she's processing what I just said.
Oh, I see.
Besides, no one knows what life will throw your way. If someone told me a month ago that I'd be in another world talking to a mage knight on a floating isle high in the sky, I think they're probably crazy. That doesn't sound remotely plausible. She chuckles. Yeah, here we are. There's just stuff you can't plan for. Those unexpected things that life throw your way, sometimes they end up being better than anything you could have ever planned for. Her signature smile finally returns. I don't want to leave her. I feel bad if I have to do that. Zack, don't say anything, because you know what's going to happen.
I'm not.
A flock of birds suddenly swoop into the sky. The moment tosses back our hair, and we watch them fly in silence.
So, do you have anyone to go back to?
Do I have anyone to go back to? What, like a girlfriend? Yeah, cheeks red and she nods. I never had one. Backstory truth. Woman totally loved me. All the time. All of them. Backstory lie. I've been with my fair share of women. Backstory truth. Nothing serious. I'm gonna say I never had one. Because Tom Thompson's a virgin. Mega virgin. I never had a girlfriend. Leanna's eyes widen a little.
Really?
Yeah, you want to be the first woman? I'm taking applications. Just, sign up. She blushes. I can't tell if she admires I've never been with anyone or if she's just shocked. Yeah, I'm a mega virgin. Deal with it. Don't soundbite that, people, if you watch this. Yeah, I just never wanted to date just for the sake of dating. Call me crazy, but I think when you meet someone special, that special someone, you'll just know. Leanna smiles and her blush deepens. What about you? Leanna looks away as she blushes.
I've never been with anyone.
You've never been with anyone either. When we make this happen, you know what I'm saying? I could do fucking mage knight. Seriously, I find that hard to believe someone like you hasn't been in a relationship.
Someone like me?
Uh-oh. Charming, smart, hardworking. Okay, that's how you play that card perfectly. Patient, beautiful, need I go on? Leanna's blush deepens.
You're seriously exaggerating. But thanks.
She clears her throat and scrambles to her feet before I can ask any more
You
questions.
ready to go?
My nod, my heart's still pounding. I stand and clear my thoughts. Yeah, let's roll. It's time to do. They bounce across even more platforms. It takes a lot more work to soar to them than before, partially because they're further and further apart, and partially because I'm already weary from all the air hopping we did earlier. The sky is painted pink and purple. By the time we reach the highest floating island, we step onto the island and look around. The flowers shimmy in the breeze, and the far corner is a familiar sight of a temple ruin.
This must be it.
Yep. I hear a low groaning sound. What was that?
This must be the entrance.
You take the wind magic and all the fucking islands fall. You crush Zack to death. You know. I follow her gaze to a large open archway. It's too dark for me to tell what's inside. A freezing, moaning wind swirls out of it and rustles the grass and flowers outside. I shiver, but I try to shake off the cold. I'll go ahead. I walk towards the entrance, and the wind howls. It whirs and trembles out the door, pushing me away. I grunt to try to fight my way through, but I'm unsuccessful.
Looks like there's a strong gust of wind here to keep me
No
from
shit
entering.
that there's a strong gust of wind.
Let's try springing ourselves forward.
I know, both Leanna and I take her place. With running start, we use wind to augment our speed to try to push through. Even though Leanna makes it ahead of me, the wind is too strong and we're both eventually pushed out. Damn.
Here, take my hand.
Huh?
I'll slingshot you in.
Oh.
If this is where the elemental will be, maybe absorbing the energy will lower this barrier, and I can follow after.
I nod and take her hand.
1, 2, 3.
We both dash forward, channeling our energy and push as deep as we can. At the point of overpowerment, Leanna rotates and throws me, slingshotting me forward. I fly through the gust and tumble into the temple. Looking back, I can't see her past the darkness. At least that worked. Hey, it's the same temple every single time. I end up in a room with a crumbling stone and a rushed relic. Surprisingly, I stand alone in this room. Where is the elemental? She was always waiting for me in the last 2 temples. Am I supposed to summon her somehow? By the way, to people who like this game, I'm not shitting on the designers for the same images. I just do it out of the meme. I actually really like the artwork in this game. And I understand that drawing a new scene for each one would be a pain in the ass. I just say it because I said in the last game. And so I'm carrying on a meme from the last game. So if anyone thinks I'm just shitting on this game for the sake of shitting on it, I'm shitting on it for the sake of the meme. It's kind of like making fun of your siblings. You like them, but you're okay to shit on them. And that's what I'm doing here. I take a look around the room. More items are scattered about, but I don't spot anything that looks obviously magical. This is highly ill-magical. I don't know how to do scans like Leanna and Amy, and the Pongo isn't here to gravitate towards anything with energy. Just wanders around for 3 days, dies of starvation. What should I do? That's a nice screenshot. Like the sky there. Oh, we'll take that. I step farther and pause, and a pair of inverted eyes appear from the top of my vision. With a sharp yelp, I fall back. Hey! It's the Wind Lady! A young lady giggles as she floats over. I think that's the air elemental. Yeah, what other big blue titty bitch is gonna be here? Besides Leanna, but she's not blue. Instead of imparting me with her power, she merely watches me. Can you communicate? You spooked me? Okay then. I think we're gonna go with that. You spooked me. Because that is accurate to what happened. Hey, you scared me. She giggles. I don't think she understands me, but my animated expression was probably interesting. What should I do? I bring my hand up to my chin to think. The elemental blinks and does the same, resting her chin in her hand. Whoa, what? Wait, are you copying me? I slowly wave her hand. After a second, she smiles and does the same. You are, aren't you? I tap the top of my head. She giggles and does the same, and she seems pretty playful. She's probably 10. Make a point with my hands and slowly reach towards her. She floats closer and does the same with her hand. Our hands move closer and closer. Is this lewd hand holding? Until our fingertips touch. The sensation is something I've never felt before. Although my finger doesn't fall through like her chin on the illusion, I don't feel physical contact either. Through my fingertips, I feel a tendril of calm, ethereal energy, almost like she's testing me. She smirks, and suddenly a galestorm erupts in the room. I shit my pants. It circles around me, whipping my hair into my eyes, but I stay steady on my feet. After the wind enveloped me, I realize I've shit my pants. It begins to channel into my body. I feel the rush of energy coursing through me, and it makes me feel weightless, as if lifting into the air gravity. I float off into outer space and die of asphyxiation. The stronger and more rejuvenated I feel, the more the elemental begins to feel. Before she disappears, she grins and raises her hand to wave. Thank you. The last thing I see her do is beaming smile to absorb the last bit of energy, and she disappears. That was a surreal experience. As if every single time. I'm starting making my way back through the tunnel.
Hey!
Leanna. I see Leanna jog over.
The wind outside disappeared, so I came in here as fast as I could. Did something happen?
Yeah, I found the air elemental. Leanna brings up her manipulator and does a scan.
Seems like you absorbed the energy in here as well.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. I nod. Yep, she transformed the energy like the elementals, but the experience was a bit different.
Different?
She was curious about me. Instead of waiting in the room for me to transfer the energy immediately, she started copying my movements, almost like she was playing with me. It was pretty cool. Leanna blinks.
Are you telling me you played a mind game with one of the ancients?
Did you? Yeah, I played a mind game with the ancients. I suppose so. Leanna looks amused.
I'm sure Amy will want to know the details of what happened. To be honest, I'm pretty curious myself. But we've been gone a while now. And now that we've gotten what we came for, we should head back.
I agree, but first let's grab a few things.
Oh right, you did promise Kara.
We search around the room and decades on a few interesting trinkets and coins to pick up. I found this giant ancient dildo. Once we're all set, we exit the temple. I still like this place. We pause outside once we see the dazzling skies ablaze with streaks of violet and gold, even the puffs of the clouds. Puffs of the clouds are pointing lavender or orange, adding the portrayal in the sky. Colors seem more vibrant, so high up here, and the view takes my breath away.
I thought the view was beautiful before, but this is a wonder.
We take in the scenery. This is what I meant earlier. Things like this create a memory that lasts a lifetime.
I agree.
Can you, like, kiss? This is, like, ultimate kissing spot. Not that I would know. Golden rays shone brightly in the sky as the sun travels beneath the clouds like one last hurrah from the sun before it sets. I don't know how long we stand here before I break the silence. We should head back. I turn the walk back to where winds come, but I'm met with a solid resistance. Huh? Oh! 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 What's happening? I try to walk forward again, but I'm pushed back and placed by a stiff wind as if I'm entering the temple again. I stumble and try again, but the wind pushes me back. Hey, Leanna, where did this... Uh-oh. Yes, she's blushing! This is cute moments! Zack, you knew this was gonna happen, didn't you?
Yes.
Ah! I turn around, the words catch my throat, and her gauntlet grows a pale blue-white. Her face is a bright red. I look at her in confusion. Leanna? The wind hooks around my back and guides me gently towards her. She's using magic to make... Oh, this is adorable. Is this the moment? Is this the moment? Her cheeks brighten and her cheeks brighten as the glow on her manipulator fades. What's going on? You fucking know! Stop being a virgin!
I want to live in the moment.
I want to live in the moment. Oh my lord. She steps closer to me. Oh. Oh. I feel the same way about you. I think this is a misunderstanding. If you choose I think this is a misunderstanding, you're a huge dick. I'm saving so I can relive this moment forever. I'm putting this on the first screen and it's staying there. I know what's happening. I feel the same way about you. No. Leanna stares at me back with a bright, I don't know what that word is, circling. My face burns as my heart rate quickens. She's so close to me I can smell the intoxicating perfume of her hair and I feel lightheaded like I'm under her spell. Well, she just floated you over there. The radiant sunset fades from view as I gaze at Leanna. The fading sunlight illuminates her hair like a halo and I reach out a hand and tuck a strand behind her ear. She smiles softly at my touch and then looks imploringly at me as she bites her lip. Her sun confidence melts and I see a hopeful vulnerability in her gaze. Pull her close. Oh, yes! Oh, this is gonna be screenshot material, yes! Boom! Oh! If you can imagine, there's angels singing in my head right now. This is amazing. I wrap my arms around her back and pull her close to me. She lets out a soft breath of surprise as her hands rest on my chest. I trace the outline of her cheek with my thumb. Her face turns red and I can feel the heat of her blush, but she doesn't pull away. Instead, she leans into my touch. Gently, I begin... by the way, I love my cape. My scarf, sorry. Gently, I begin to close the space between our lips. She tilts her head towards me, and our lips part. I can feel her breath, and I pause just as our noses touch. Her breath catches at the electricity of our touch. The air feels thick and charged with energy, as if we hover so delicately in limbo. Her hands trace down my chest, and her breathing becomes shallow as anticipates the meeting of our lips. I feel a fire on her fingers as they trail down my chest. And she unzips my pants. I'm joking. This is not the time, me. Slowly, her eyes close. Kiss her. I'm saving this for science! No, I don't need to save it. I can relive the entire thing, you know? Closing my eyes, I close the gap between us until our lips meet. I laugh if it just cuts to them and you can see them at the ground all clapping, like all your friends, because you're on the cliff. Zack is just like, I didn't know he had it in him. I like her boots. This is like the first time I actually got to see like her full body besides the time we like yeeted on her in the beginning. In that moment, with the sweet taste of her on my lips, I'm not thinking of home. I'm not thinking of how or why I arrived here. I'm not thinking about my past or how someday all of this might be torn away. I stopped thinking about anything at all. Only her. Just Monica. Breathlessly, we pull back and we look at each other. She smiles and it's more beautiful than the sky above. There's no doubt about it. I'm crazy for this girl. Oh my god, I'm so happy! I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
You crying?
No. I just realized something. Leanna blinks. This means, hey there, sailor. Line has increased 100% success rate. Ha! Leanna hits my chest playfully.
Really? Are you trying to ruin the mood?
Sorry, should we go back to kissing?
Just stop talking.
Just stop talking. She tugs me close and kisses me again. I'm a happy boy. The world disappears as we share each other's embrace. Once the sun dips low and the sky begins to turn indigo, we reluctantly part, hand in hand, and a big goofy smile is on our faces. We begin to head back to reconvene with the rest of our group. The journey back is significantly easier as we're jumping to lower platforms rather than higher. We make good time traveling back, even still we are periodically stopped just to take in the view again. This is definitely a sight I will never forget. I wonder why. We finally make it back to the tip of the mountain where it all started. I hear the thunderous cracks of discharges in the distance. Uh-oh. Leanna and I freeze. Was that... Another boom interrupts me. We hurry down and I hear a clanging of blades and a sharp crackle of spells.
Something's wrong.
Yeah. Leanna runs, I sprint after her. The closer we approach the camp, the closer the sounds become. The clashing of steel discharges firing, people yelling, my heart pounds, and I urge the wind to propel me faster. From here, I can make out Amy, Zack, and Kara surrounded by a group of bandits. Half a dozen of them surrounding Zack alone.
We have you now, Death Slinger.
Leanna seems surprised. She mutters underneath her breath.
Deathslinger?
A wall of flames explodes in the bandits' path. Their attacks waver as the crackling fire makes them take cover. It was a whole second to realize that Amelia cast
We have
it.
to help!
Amy wills the flames to climb higher, her face twisted in concentration. Amy, watch out! Amelia spins around. A gale booms across the field, tearing apart grass and flinging up dirt, and the bandits go flying.
They've got backup.
Leanna and I leap over to our group. She scowls and draws her blade.
Don't just stand there. Get them!
I should be used to unexpected things like this by now, but my heart still pounds. I unsheath my sword. Clicks the matching icon. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Win! Oh yeah, I can match things.
Everyone okay?
Match.com. You just saw me hit it. aka Leanna. Boom. Boom. Matching. Chemistry. Get used to it. Leanna Thompson coming to a store near you. I nod, pointing out and surveying the damage around me. Zack grabs one of the bandits who's barely hanging on to his consciousness.
How did you find me?
Kara's eyes widen.
Find you?
The bandit stays silent. With a frustrated growl, Zack drops him back down to the ground and grabs another bandit. He takes out his blaster and shoots the bandit he dropped. The guy yelps with a bolt blast into him. He faces a new bandit he grabbed.
Talk, or the same thing happens to you.
The bandit spits in Zack's
I
face.
have nothing to say to you, traitor.
Zack scowls and punches a man across his face, knocking him out cold.
Traitor?
We hear shallow laughter and turn to face another bandit clutching his side.
No one joins the Cloaked Brotherhood and leaves. You should already know that. Zack Spade.
Uh-oh.
Cloaked Brotherhood?
Zack walks over to the bandit and kicks him across the face until he finally falls unconscious. Zack searches for only other bandits who may be awake, but no one else is responsive. Suddenly, Kara marched up to Zack with her dagger drawn. Whoa, what the?
You were a part of the Cloaked Brotherhood this entire time?
Kara's voice is harsh and her eyes only contain hostility. Zack holds her gaze and doesn't flinch.
I'm not a part of the Cloaked Brotherhood.
Then why did he call you a traitor? How do they know what your name is? Tell me!
Zack steps closer to her blade and his expression cold and stony.
I already told you, I am not a part of them.
Kara retracts her blade but keeps glaring
How
at
do you
him.
even know who the Cloaked Brotherhood are?
Kara's eyes are hardened into a polished shade. Her voice is flat and cold.
Because they destroyed my only home and family.
Uh-oh. She sheaths her dagger and begins to walk away. Amy has stayed silent this entire time, watching the scene unfold, but she tries to stop Kara.
Kara.
Kara stops and gently shrugs out of her
I
grasp.
need some time to think.
Uh-oh. Then she disappears into the trees. Oh, Zack could have been a part of it at one point. He was like, fuck you guys, eat my ass. The air around Zack has been thick and tensions ever since the ambush. Kara still hasn't returned. We set up camp without her, not really sure what to do. Staxi is secluded from us and leans against a tree. His hair covers his face. It's been a while. Maybe we should go look for her? Leanna frowns and shakes her head.
It's probably best to give her some space for now.
She's probably right. Still, there's a heavy weight on my chest. I can tell Kara is hurting, but even more confused by what's going on. What's that guild they were talking about?
I'm not too sure. It sounds like a mercenary guild.
Probably not a reputable one, considering Kara's reaction. Leanna looks troubled. What's wrong?
They called him the Death Slinger.
Who exactly is the Death Slinger?
He's an infamous mercenary for hire. They say he has a death wish.
Hmm?
The Death Slinger would take on missions and jobs that no one else would take on because of how dangerous they were. Anyone crazy enough to do those jobs were said to have no regard for their own life. Somehow the Death Slinger took those impossible jobs and found a way to survive. At the Mage Guild, we were warned that there were certain encounters, or individuals, who if we ran into, we would not under any circumstances engage them. The Death Slinger is one of those people.
Leanna shifts uncomfortably.
He has one of the highest body counts out of any mercenary.
Like it's Zack, he may be a bit rough around the edges, but I don't know deep down he cares about people. With the Death Slinger dead, it doesn't sound like Zack at all. But this also isn't the first time we've seen him with bandits after him. When we first encountered him, Leanna mentioned those bandits seemed weird. Was it the mercenary guild chasing him? Can we trust Zack? Leanna hesitates, but Amelia pipes up.
Regardless of Zack's past, it appears his present self is no longer affiliated with the Cloaked Brotherhood or his persona of Deathslinger. He has also not betrayed us thus far.
I suppose if he really wanted to do us harm, there would have been plenty of opportunities already. Leanna nods, deepens in thought. Still, I wonder what that guy meant by traitor. Amy frowns pensively.
I have a few theories, although I do not advocate jumping to any conclusions before
I like
we
Zack's
discuss the matters
backstory,
with Zack or
'cause he never
Kara.
fucking talks.
Regardless, his previous time as Deathslinger is something he has attempted to keep hidden as a way to disassociate himself with his past.
Leanna,
Yeah, would you bring up a backstory about you being with bandits?
Probably. Leanna and I nod. Everyone has a past, and I know how they act in the future, but this is important. I hear her footsteps. We turn to see Kara returning to camp. Zack rolls around. I can't read the expression on his face. Relief, uncertainty. She gets close as I notice her eyes are puffy and pink. It's clear that she's been crying, but her expression remains cold, and she stops in front of Zack.
Tell me about the Cloaked Brotherhood.
What do you want to know?
How did you become associated with them?
Zack pauses at first. He thinks he's going to refuse the answer, but eventually he does.
They gave me my mission to silence a target. It was a part of their initiation.
So you were looking to join them.
I can't see her face, but by her voice, I can tell she's angry and disgusted. Zack nods. Kara frown
That was
deepens.
before I knew what they were all about. When I went to carry out the mission, that's when I found out the truth. My target was an ex-member of the Cloaked Brotherhood. The rule is, the Brotherhood is for life. This person didn't want to kill anymore, and he ran away. He was being hunted but had evaded the Brotherhood for years. When they finally found him, he was living a simple life in a small village with a wife and 2 kids. The mission was to kill him and everyone close to him, and to send a clear message for anyone else who would want to leave the Brotherhood. That was my initiation. I know my target killed people. Probably innocent people too, since he was part of the Brotherhood. But his family was innocent. Their only crime was knowing him. I've never killed innocent people before, and I wasn't going to start then.
I risk a glance over my shoulder. Kara's arms are crossed, but she seems to be listening.
When I found my target, I warned him of my mission and told him I would cover him so he and his family could escape. I knew the others who joined me in my mission would kill me if they knew I'd betrayed them, so I took them out before they could get me. And then I let my target go free. Once the Cloaked Brotherhood found out I didn't complete the mission and help the target escape, I knew they would start hunting me. I tried to get away and stayed in hiding for as long as I could.
Kara finally lets out a loose sigh. The tension unwinds from her body as she slumps a little. She seems to believe Zack. Zack looks directly at Kara.
But they are a very covert guild who deal in secrets. How do you even know of the Cloaked Brotherhood?
Her voice is thick with tears, and I can tell she's trying to hold them back.
My dad was one of their targets. He had stumbled into some information when he was working as a treasurer's assistant. He reported it to the treasurer, who had been corrupt and sought to silence him. We escaped, but our life was never
Is this
the
where...
same.
So if me and Leanna
We
just
had
hooked
to
up,
move
is it
from
time
city
for
to
Zack
city
and Kara to
stayed in one place for longer than a few days. My dad would be gone for hours, sometimes even days at a time. But no matter how long he was gone, I was never really afraid because I always knew he'd come back for me. Until one day, he didn't. I knew something had happened to him, but I had no way of finding him. I spent my life trying to figure out what had happened. I dug into as much as I could. The treasurer, what it was, who called the hit, everything. I found out it was the Cloaked Brotherhood who did it. but there was no more information I could gather on them. But I'm not sure if he's really dead or not. I've tried to come to terms with it.
But you want closure.
She nods. Zack pauses and surveys her for a
I
moment.
know their base of operation. They have a ledger there that keeps records of all the jobs. So even though this happened years ago, you could still find your answer.
Carla's back straightens. There's a glimmer of hope in her eyes.
But do you really want to know the truth? It might not be the answer you want to hear.
Kara's jaw clenches and our eyes are aflame with determination.
Yes.
Zack nods. Kara's expression
I'm
softens.
sorry for jumping to conclusions earlier. I just haven't heard the name Cloaked Brotherhood in so long, and as soon as I heard it,
She looks down.
I understand.
I won't be able to concentrate knowing there's finally a lead I can pursue about my dad. As much as I don't want to, I'll have to leave the group.
She turns away, but Zack grabs her
I'm
arm.
coming with you.
Kara's eyes widen.
What?
I've been running from my past for long enough.
Oh,
But enough is enough. They'll never stop searching for me, and the longer I run, the more I put others at risk.
he gestures at Amy and the rest of us.
I don't want to be the one that puts all of us in danger. I'd never forgive myself if I let them hurt the ones I care about most.
He looks into Kara's eyes and her cheeks flush, but a small smile graces her
I
lips.
guess we'll both be leaving then.
Looks like it.
When they try to turn and approach us, Leanna's already standing, smiling expectantly.
So, where do we go next to take care of the cloaked brother?
Oh, so where we go next? This is a group adventure, bitches! Kara freezes her mouth agape.
What?
You said you guys are going to take care of that girl. Right? What's our next step?
Zack and I are going to go alone.
Amy shakes her head.
If your description of the Cloaked Brotherhood is accurate, then this mission will have a greater chance of success with the aid of the entire
Oh,
group.
hell yeah! Group kickassery! Zack crosses his arms.
Absolutely not. It's too dangerous.
I believe my combat abilities as a magecaster have been proven on numerous occasions.
And as a mage knight and an active member of the Mage Guild, I have been trained for dangerous missions such as this.
Kara looks at
But
me.
what about collecting energy to help him get back home?
They look at me expectantly at me. I can wait. It's really not so bad here. I'm just gonna say it's not really that bad. I've been starting to have a lot of fun here in Terra. I still miss my friends and family back home, but there's a lot more I can learn here too. Plus, there's a few things on Terra that Earth doesn't have, and I mean, I'm not ready to give up magic just yet. And I'm certainly not going to give up traveling with you guys, so this is a detour we'll have to make, then I'm all in. Kara's a lost for words.
I'm not sure what to say.
And how am I supposed to give my bro stuff Zack? Like, come on! Well, I'll glance in surprise at the Pongo. See? Even the Pongo wants to go. Pongo wants a piece of action. He nuzzles Kara's legs and gives Zack a tentative look, who returns the look with a stony glance. Mustering up his courage, he scoots over to Zack and nuzzles his leg briefly, and then races back to safety of my legs. Zack's expression is not harsh as he watches the Pongo.
If this is what you guys want to do, I'm not gonna stop you.
This is amazing. Kara looks at her like she's about to say something, then changes her mind and shakes her head. A smile spreads across her lips.
Thanks, you guys.
The tensions in the air disperse, and things start to feel like they're going to go back to normal. Leanna and Kara share wide grins, and even Amy looks positive.
Let's get going then.
I stifle a yawn, which Kara notices.
Hold on, Zack. It's already nighttime and we don't have a plan formulated. I think we can afford one extra day to set everything out.
Leanna nods.
Let's sleep on it and decide what our next steps will be in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
Oh! Did I hear a can of whoop-ass being open in the distance? I think I did! Zack heads to his bedroll, and the rest of us filter into our beds too. I gradually fall asleep, and the last embers of the fire die and snuff out. Zack, did you hear that can of whoop-ass open? I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah.
Cause not just Zack Spade's gonna open up a can of whoop-ass, your boy, Tom motherfucking Thompson, is gonna open up a freshly canned, carbonated can of whoop-ass. Yeah, you heard me. Tom Thompson, coming to town, killing bandits. Why? Because he's Tom motherfucking Thompson. Damn right. And that is all we have for this episode. I'm gonna call this is emotional roller coaster. But Leanna now equals Ultimate Bae. And everyone thinks that you got Leanna. No, Tom Thompson, man number uno. You will not stop the Thompson. Okay? Okay. Zack, are you in for another episode or are you dipping?
I hardly said anything in that last one because I just.
What are you staying?
I guess.
Alright! See you fuckers in the next episode! I was about to say a word a lot worse than fuckers, and I'm not gonna say which one it is. Awesome!
You need to calm yourself.
No! See you guys in the next episode, 55 minutes and 47 seconds! Eat my ass!